Oh, for sure. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today for this really special occasion. As Billy Brooks is promoted to Lieutenant Colonel. And it's a great day, and I'm going to get out of the way and introduce our commander, Colonel Cullen Jones.
Well, thank you very much, Renee, and thanks to everyone today for coming here and joining us for this august occasion. It's great to see you all. You know, as a senior field grade officer and colonel in the Army, there's a lot of things that I have to do. I have to do them daily. But there are those rare occasions where there's things that I get to do, things that are a pleasure to do, things that I'm excited about. And today, our opportunity to come together and promote Gary Brooks to Lieutenant Colonel of Engineers, my fellow Delawarean, is a true pleasure. You know, officiating this ceremony is a deep honor, and I appreciate the ability to be able to do this and share this major milestone for the Brooks clan. I also want to take some moment real quick to acknowledge all the teammates that made this event possible. I know, Gary, you working alongside the Executive Office, our Public Affairs, it takes a lot of communication, coordination, and collaboration to make such an august event possible. So to all of our teammates that have made this possible, thank you so much. And to our teammates that are both online, family members online, those that are here, thank you for taking your most precious resource, your time to join us with this. I want to just call out, it's great that we have Colonel Jeremy Chapman, the Mobile District Commander, Gary's current commander, online watching us. We've got some amazing family members from Gary's family and Joanne's family in the room. Just to acknowledge some of them, we do have Gary's older, smarter, and better looking brother, as described by himself, John. But of course, I believe the two other brothers might have some differences of opinion there. Also really appreciate both Karen and Freddie from Wildwood. Karen being Gary's sister coming in, and then I know your other sister is also very excited for you as you continue to go through. And of course, you got Uncle Mike from Bear, Delaware, former Marine that inspired Gary to join the military as an officer. Once again, thank you for very much providing that direction, guidance, and motivation, and just what an amazing value added as a part of the Army team Gary has been throughout. Also like to say thanks to Joanne's family. We've got Frank and Yolanda, her parents, in the room alongside her aunt Gloria, that have been here also providing wonderful help and support with their amazing family of Abraham, Aurora, and then of course Benjamin up front. It's just a testament to everybody that's currently online here and then in the room to the amazing relationships the Brooks family has had throughout the years. So I just want to start off with a little history, and I want to talk about the most important person in the room. That, of course, is Joanne. As the amazing Army spouse that has enabled Gary to serve diligently across the last 18 years. For those of you who don't realize, they've been married for about 10 years. She's endured 5 permanent change of station moves, which means that she has to take her entire family of these amazing kids, lift up their entire set kits and outfits, and move them across country at any time without notification. So 5 times they've gone through and done that. And then she's also helped make sure things remain stable and supported here while Gary's gone on 3 major deployments, 2 operational, whether you're both in Korea and Germany, and then 1 with the Corps of Engineers, which I'll talk about later, where he deployed to the Philippines. That's over 18 months they were separated, while Joanne played both mother and father to their amazing kids. So on behalf of the entire Army team, we cannot thank you enough for that. Other thing to be realized is that Gary probably knew early on that he had met the right partner in crime to go on this Army adventure together. They met while at church at Fort Bliss, Texas. And she agreed to move with him after his company command time to Fort Irwin, California as an observer, coach, and trainer. That alone just shows the sheer level of dedication and love to Gary to be able to move that forward. And in addition to that, of course, Joanne, not only being a chaos coordinator, as my better half would like to call it, with her amazing family, she's been a blessed and great supporter of both the Corps of Engineers and the Army family. So yes, I agree, Jim. Let's give her a round of applause. So today, we are here to commemorate Gary's promotion to the next level of responsibility and complexity in the Army. But I want to reiterate one thing for everyone here. This is not a thank you. This is not a reward. This is a call of confidence within the leadership throughout the Army for him to be able to move forward. It carries with it great responsibility, as I talked about. In every decision he makes, Gary must ensure his moral, ethical, and leadership compass points to true north. And I know that Gary will be measured with how he lives across the 7 Army values of leadership, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage throughout. So now I'm going to talk about Gary. Of course, Gary started out life in Elkton, Maryland, and thank God he saw the lights and moved to northern Delaware, where he had the chance to grow up. Coming there, he was able to stay throughout most of his life, growing up with his siblings, playing sports, and then he had the chance to start off in college. I believe he went to Wilmington University and then looking at criminal justice. Think about the path that we lead throughout our lives. When he looked at that, he saw that he could make a meaningful impact and contribute to positive change, allowed him to pursue a path that he could develop his skills and knowledge necessary to address and overcome complex challenges. As I talk about some of the amazing achievements that he has done along his Army career, that showed that he set him up for a great path. And it's amazing to see his progression throughout his professional education, both at academic institutions. I mean, he went on to get a geological engineering degree, Master's of Science from Missouri S&T, and then also a Master's of Strategic Arts from the Naval College. But the other aspect, as he's going through getting that criminal justice degree, and getting commissioned in 2007, he was seeing that we were in a period of persistent conflict. And indicative of Gary, one of the things that he identified was the mission within the Corps of Engineers to identify improvised explosive devices, detect them, and remove them from the battlefield, protecting his fellow soldiers and the citizens of the nations that we were supporting was a difficult and complex mission that he was drawn towards. That says a lot about Gary. And as such, he was able to receive a commission into the Corps of Engineers as a part of the mighty Blue Hens ROTC battalion out of the University of Delaware. Having the chance to talk with Gary about what has driven him thus far across his last 18 years in the Army, ultimately he felt his skills, experience, and aspirations aligned well with the Army needs. And he was eager to contribute to something larger than himself. That's a constant theme for him. Selfless service, being a part of something larger than himself towards the common good. And then, of course, as a good engineer, as I kind of asked him to describe that, he broke it down into a delineated list of 4 major items that have kept him moving forward. And of course, the first is commitment to service. The core of the Army's mission is to protect and serve the nation. Resonates deeply with Gary, has provided him that intrinsic motivation to continue to serve. The opportunity for growth. I'm going to talk a little bit later, but there is unlimited opportunities to grow and be uncomfortable in the Army as you continue to support very complex and interesting missions. Going back to that sense of purpose and camaraderie. The things that we do in the Army are not easy. We surround ourselves with dedicated leaders and soldiers who are technically and tactically competent and take on hard things every day. And you cannot do that without being a teammate and a team player. So that sense of camaraderie that Gary not only desires, but he builds amazing. He's an amazing builder of teams that has kept them moving forward. And of course, the alignment of the values. I talked to the Army values, and they directly align with the values which Gary and his family have. That has made them moving forward. So a couple highlights about Gary, talk to. So personal experience with Major Brooks, having an opportunity to come here and join our amazing project and program management division, working on several different projects, clearing, snagging, other amazing complex missions. But we had a critical mission that had come up within the New Orleans district, talking to our permanent canal closures and pumps. These are the three major elements of outfall protection that enables us to continue to pump water out of the great city of New Orleans during a storm surge event, pumping nearly over 12,600 cubic feet per second. Think about a cubic foot is about a basketball, 12,600 cubic feet per second of pumping through those canals. Absolutely amazing, just looking at 17th Street alone. Having to deal with some advanced corrosion caused us to go in working alongside our contracting partners to rapidly conduct assessments and interim repairs to make sure that those systems were fit to fight during hurricane season. It goes from 1 June to the end of November to 1 December. Given the complexities, given the criticality of that, eventually as we looked towards it, the team was doing well. But at one point I looked to Colonel Weander and said, I need an Iron Major. And thankfully Gary was right down the hall. We grabbed him and pulled him in. And I can tell you that he helped drive this towards a regular and routine repair mission. And at one point, to ensure that we honored our commitment to ensure that the capacity at those stations met the demands from the Sewage and Water Board pumping into those outfall canals, upon notification, Gary quickly developed and executed a complex plan where he installed over 1,000 cubic feet per second of temporary pumping capacity. Now he's coordinating with the Navy Supervisor of Salvage and Diving, the Flood Protection Authority East that owns and operates the areas, the local community. This was a true joint interagency operation that Major Brooks spearheaded and led from the front expertly. He has written the playbook for us for the rapid deployment of temporary pumping in support of these missions. That is not insignificant. What's equally amazing, just given the large-scale criticality of that mission, of course, everybody is eyes front moving forward on that, but even with the removal of those pumps, here, I gotta tell you, your dedication to getting that Bermuda grass out in that location and getting those trees back up and running, it was at the same level. That describes Gary. Everything that he does 110%. It's gonna get done. You put him after it, it happens. And every single day, and I've told this to Sharon, my better half, at night, I could not be more thankful to have Major Brooks on this critical mission, helping write our playbook, helping communicate with our partners, helping us deliver on our commitments. So Gary, on behalf of the New Orleans District, once again, thank you for that amazing effort. But wait, there's more. That's just one aspect that he did here. But throughout his amazing career, you had the opportunity to join Project Warrior, where you went out, served as an OCT, and then were able to serve as an instructor at our Engineers Captain's Career Course at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Probably one of the most impactful opportunities that a young officer can have, teaching our future generation of Army engineers about what it means to be an engineer, how important our mission is, how diverse our mission is. And not only was he able to execute that mission well, he was identified as an Instructor of the Year at one point in 2016, just given the high level of instruction that he was able to provide. And throughout all of these items across his storied career, he is always focused on taking care of their soldiers and the family. Mission first, teammates always, describes Gary. And right now, the story continues. He He has served with distinction as the 565th FEST, which is Ford Engineer Support Team A, out of the Mobile District. Now, what does that mean? That means that he leads a small 8-person team to include himself of engineering subject matter experts composed of Department of Army civilians and active duty personnel. I think you even got one non-commissioned officer to be able to herd all the cats to make sure that, but they are worldwide deployable. We airdrop them into problem sets and just tell them to figure it out. Not insignificant. So recently, as I talked about earlier, Gary got to take that amazing team, got them, dropped them into the middle of the Philippines to support INDOPACOM. What is INDOPACOM? INDOPACOM is a major geographic combatant command within the United States military that encompasses both the Pacific Ocean and the Indian Ocean. Not an insignificant bit of real estate where they are looking to execute national security interests. Gary and his team were directly in support of that. It's amazing when you just think about the breadth of scope and responsibility that we've already imparted on Major Promotable Brooks and how he has delivered consistently throughout his career. What's amazing is in that short time that he was out there in the Philippines with his team, they delivered over 40 project packages, providing detailed information about the scope, design, cost justification of construction projects to enhance critical military infrastructure. These infrastructure will improve the mill-to-mill, the military-to-military interactions between the Armed Forces of the Philippines and our INDOPACOM Major Geographic Combatant Command. Who gets to say that? Gary does. It's amazing. So today, because of his efforts, he's ensured the effective execution of INDOPACOM's strategic objectives, making a difference on the global scale. Wow. But wait, there's more. The next steps for Gary is, once again, he is going to take on an opportunity to have one of those greater impacts as an educator, and has been recently selected to serve as the next professor of military science at Southern University and A&M College in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Once again, taking those amazing lessons that he has learned, that he has provided throughout his career to the next generation of military leaders to ensure that we can continue to provide the national security that we need day in and day out. So Gary, as I shared earlier, this is not a prize. This is not a reward, it's not a thank you. It just highlights the special trust the American people have in you. Gary, you've been called upon to lead not just through easy times, but through the toughest of times, through complex challenges. And then just recently, I had a chance to hear from one of our Army's most senior strategic leaders who provided some advice to those that are taking on larger missions and increased complexity as they gain rank in the Army. And I just want to share some of those with you. First off, use your rank for good. Do what you can do to make things better every day. Trust your instincts. They've served you well thus far. They've served the New Orleans District well thus far. Keep going. You need to take care of yourself and your family. We need you all in the long run to be able to continue to deliver. And then most importantly, be a happy leader. It is our ability to move through our tasks and leading our teams in a cheerful way, despite the challenges, that enables us to continue our successes. You will continue to be called upon to provide direction and illuminate the ways ahead despite uncertainties, but you have proven that you are well prepared for the job and will continue to inspire confidence and support among your teammates. I could not be prouder and happier for you and your family today. So let's give us a big round of applause for Gary, Joanne, and the entire team. And at this time, Gary, I'm going to ask you to come on up, and we're going to pin some rank on him. Publish the orders.
Please remain seated. Attention to orders. The Secretary of the Army has placed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and professional excellence of Major Gary Brooks. In view of these qualities and his demonstrated leadership abilities and dedicated service to the United States Army, he is therefore promoted from Major to Lieutenant Colonel, effective 18 February 2025, with a date of rank of 1 October 2024, by authority of the Department of the Army. And now Colonel Jones will administer the oath of office.
So always a great opportunity for us to re-administer the oath of office and our dedication to the Constitution. One of the things that makes our nation great is the fact that we swear an oath to the ideals that are presented in the United States Constitution. This will defend. Gary? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Gary Lee Brooks II,
Having been appointed an officer
have been appointed an officer
of the United States Army
of the United States Army,
in the grade of Lieutenant Colonel,
the grade of Lieutenant Colonel,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
I will support and defend
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
both foreign and domestic,
both foreign and domestic.
that I will bear true faith
I will bear true faith
and allegiance
and allegiance
to the same,
to the same.
that I take this obligation freely
I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well
that I will
and faithfully
and faithfully
discharge
discharge
the duties
the duties
of the office
of the office
of which
of which
I'm about to enter.
I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. And on that note, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to introduce the Army's newest Lieutenant Colonel, Lieutenant Colonel Gary Brooks.
Wow. Wow, yeah, sir. Good afternoon, Colonel Jones, Colonel Chapman, Lieutenant Colonel Weander, Lieutenant Colonel Bowling, Lieutenant Colonel Cutler, distinguished guests, family, friends, all my teammates, all my colleagues in New Orleans. Great to see your faces. Thank you for being here at today's ceremony. Colonel Jones, thank you for his kind words. Accurate description. John is better looking and smarter than me. I deeply appreciate your unwavering support and mentorship over the years. It is with great humility and pride that I stand before you today accepting the rank of Lieutenant Colonel. This is a significant responsibility that I'm profoundly grateful for and trust and confidence placed in me by my leaders, my peers, my subordinates, my teammates. I don't take it lightly. But this promotion is not just about me, it's also about you. It was a collective achievement. I want to begin with, I'd like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to Major General Diana Holland and Major General Kimberly Peoples for their leadership, their guidance, their trust, their support. I wouldn't be here without them. Reaching this milestone, it means a lot to me and my family, but it's not just a reflection of my personal efforts, but a testament to the collective support and sacrifice of many, including my family. To my family, thank you for your unwavering love and support. It means a lot. You've been my foundation. I could not have reached this point without you all by my side. I'd like to express my gratitude to the families that have traveled all across America to be here, and those joining online as well, from California, from Wildwood, New Jersey, great spot in the summer, right? Delaware, Maryland, Florida, Texas. We love Texas, but thank you for being here. To my beautiful wife, Joanne, your love and encouragement and belief in me is invaluable. Thank you so much. Thank you for being my bedrock, my greatest advocate, and I'm eternally grateful to have you in my life, and I love you very much. To my mentors, my fellow officers, all my teammates here and online, abroad or elsewhere, serving our great nation, your guidance, your leadership, and your friendship have shaped me into who I am today. And I am forever grateful, and I owe you a deep debt of gratitude for each of you. I want to take a moment to recognize the team in here and abroad as well, from across all the years, all the organizations I've served in with. I've always believed that a leader's success is directly tied to the success of the team they lead. It's not just one person. This promotion reflects the extraordinary men and women I've had the privilege to serve with. Some are in this room, some are online, some are elsewhere serving their nation. Together we all faced those challenges, overcame many obstacles, accomplished remarkable feats. I'm incredibly proud to stand among them with such dedicated individuals. I look forward to continuing our journey together as I grow further, and together we can achieve great success. My commitment to service is unwavering. As I take on the responsibilities of this new rank, I remain deeply, deeply committed to serving with integrity, honor, and respect aligned with our values. My dedication to our mission, the people, our units, won't change. I promise to work even harder to uphold those values and standards of our Army, ensuring the success of every soldier, unit, and mission. Looking ahead, this promotion marks a new and exciting chapter in my career. I'm eager for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead as I transition from the jungles and beaches of the Philippines, which are remarkable, to the busy streets of Baton Rouge, which are equally remarkable. I will have the privilege of leading the cadets at Southern University and Southeastern University to greater heights. I will prioritize creating an environment that encourages open communication, continuous learning, and mutual respect. I'm committed to providing opportunities for professional development, as my history has shown, empowering my team and organization to take on new challenges, and helping all of them reach their full potential. By setting clear expectations and leading by example, which I intend to do, I aim to inspire confidence, accountability, and a sense of ownership to every individual I serve with. Ultimately, I will strive to create a culture where every team member feels supported, valued, motivated to grow, both personally and professionally. Also, I look forward to continuing my own growth. I'm not done yet. Learning from those around me and contributing to the success of our nation's defense. In closing, and once again, I extend my deepest thanks to all of you, here, online, and elsewhere. Thank you, and thank you for support for my journey. You've all provided a positive impact. You've helped me along. You might have known it, you may not have known it, but you've been there to help me. This promotion is not just my achievement, it is a collective one, shared by all of us. I'm honored to serve alongside such dedicated individuals and be part of such a remarkable organization, Corps of Engineers and the U.S. Army. I vow to continue to give my very best to our nation, our Army, and our nation, and I stand by that. So, I'm done talking. So we're going to do two of my favorite things, is we're going to sing, and then we're going to finally eat some Stuart Hartman's food. I've missed twice. I plan on not missing it today. So thank you for attending today's ceremony. Esseance, building strong, be all you can be. This is Lieutenant Colonel Brooks signing off. Thank you.
All right, if you please join us in the singing of the Engineer song and the Army song now.
Those lyrics on the wall.
In the castle of my collar, I found my training for the team. You can call me an engineer soldier, a warrior spirit has been my dream. SNOs, whether in war or peace, beneath the banner, however wide. SNOs, these are America and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. SNOs, SNOs. goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the army goes rolling along. Heaven's high, high, hey, the army's on its way. Count off the days of its strong. For wherever we go, you will always know that the army goes rolling along.
And that concludes today's ceremony. Please join us in the back there for some refreshments with Lieutenant Colonel Brooks and his family. Thank you.